And it's this idea of I want to be with the side that's waving the biggest flag. I want to fit in. And there is a huge element, to be honest, of anti-blackness in a lot of this. Anti-black Americanness specifically. And Paola and I have talked about this, that there is a part of that anti-blackness is a piece of it. Even though Enrique Tarrio, who's the head of the Proud Boys, is a black Latino, but he's down with white supremacists. Down with them. And there's this idea that I'm black, but I'm not black. I may look black to you. I may be black if I'm walking through Bloomingdale's and get followed around. But in my mind, I'm identifying with whiteness because whiteness means privilege and it means not being a black American. This has to be unpacked because this shift among Latino men is significant. And it says something about where we're going in this country, about whether we can create an appeal. There's also, the last thing I will throw in is the creation of the idea that everything that Vice President Harris was proposing is communism. That is a potent argument for a lot of Latinos.
55% of Latino men voted for Trump versus, 26% in 2020. What was the main difference, Latino men, from election to election? What was the main difference, besides Trump really growing his rhetoric against Latinos? That he was running against a black woman. In 2024, Trump is running against a black woman. And selfish, self-centered, misogynistic Latino men could not fucking handle it.
The fact that so many Latino men voted for Trump this election is embarrassing and pathetic. Trump won 54% of Latino male voters this election compared to 36% in 2020. This is the same man who ran a campaign on wanting to round up Latinos, is calling for the largest deportation operation in American history, recently had a speaker at his rally call Puerto Rico trash, and wants to end birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants. Like, do y'all really seek white validation that badly, or does the machismo in you really stop you from voting for a woman?
All right, guys, so once again, we got to talk about a full mask off, hood off moment for the Democrat Party. And what I mean by hood, I mean KKK hood, because Democrats tend to go back to their roots when they get mad and upset when the so-called minority coalition does not go along with the agenda of the far left. Okay, they tend to show you that the Democrat Party didn't really change, right? They tell you that, hey, the Democrats changed. We're not the same party of slavery. We're not the party of Jim Crow. We're not the party of segregation and racism. No, we're the party of minorities. Okay, this is what they claim. Except that's not how they actually feel. What they really are the party of is far leftism. And if you don't go along with the far leftism, they will show you very quickly that they really don't like you. Okay. They really don't F with you like that. Okay. And example of what I'm talking about is the current backlash against Latino men. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of backlash against Latino voters, but specifically Latino men, because they voted for Trump at almost a 50% clip, okay, which is something I'm very proud of, okay? Shout out to all my hombres, okay? Shout out to all my amigos, mis muchachos. You guys have pissed off the left, okay? They're now going to start giving you the same treatment that they give to white men and black men, which is to basically chastise you and to smear you as racist, bigoted, to say you hate women, right? You hate yourself, you hate your mama, right? This is what they're currently saying, okay, in the current meltdown over Trump winning, okay? But again, they always remind you that they are, in fact, the party of bigotry and hate. Like, for example, look at this tweet right here from this white passing liberal woman who says that she's Lebanese, so that's why I'm saying white passing, but I think, like, Arabs are technically Caucasian, right? So I'm just saying, okay, white passing liberal woman, right? She says, when you BITCHs are paying $18 for eggs and being paid pennies working in the fields because there is no one else to do it, aka when the Republicans issue mass deportations, right? So basically what she's saying is that the illegal immigrants are basically our slave labor, right? This is essentially what she's saying, okay? Once again, history is repeating itself. Democrats get mad over Republicans wanting to take away their cheap labor, right? Isn't it funny how that works, right? History tends to repeat itself. And your kids work factory jobs because there is no school to attend, and ish like leprosy comes back. I hope you will remember how hard you own the libs. Okay. So yeah, that is what this liberal is saying. Okay. You also have other liberals as well, too. Yep. If you're black and voted for Trump, don't complain when you're picking cotton by hand for the plantation owner you voted for. Oh, man. This is from Joshua Duke, who's a proud Texan and Washingtonian, left independent. Okay. He didn't vote for the rapist, according to him. Okay. So, again, this is a white liberal. Look at what they're saying. If you're black and you voted for Trump, don't be mad if you're picking cotton. Picking cotton. A full hood off moment here from the left. Okay. Yeah. They're saying the quiet part out loud, guys. Okay. And they're so deranged that some of these liberals are now calling for mass deportations of Latinos. And I want to talk about that. But before we get into it, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, Aura. This year has seen a number of high-profile data breaches that are raising serious concerns about personal information security. Dell suffered a breach that exposed 3.9 million customers, including sensitive personal information. AT&T exposed 2 breaches affecting 2.5 million customers and impacting another 9 million customers. Finally, Ticketmaster experienced a massive breach compromising over 560 million customer records. But the most alarming of them all, just a few months ago, National Public Data announced that they had suffered a massive breach affecting almost every American. The incident compromised over 2.9 billion records, including information used in background checks such as your full name, your address, your phone number, and most importantly, social security numbers. And it gets worse. It has been confirmed that members of this hacker group have released this personal sensitive information online for free. If you haven't been taking your personal information online seriously, now is the time to change that, because in today's environment, you're more exposed than ever before. Thankfully, I feel secure because I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura monitors your personal data, including your social security number, across billions of data points like the dark web and public court records to alert you about any potential identity theft. They also provide up to $5 million in identity theft insurance just in case the worst happens. Plus, Aura offers you a variety of other features to keep you safe online, including real-time alerts for data breaches, a VPN for secure browsing, data broker opt-out to stop companies from selling your personal information online, a password manager to help you create and store passwords, and much more. I'm not leaving myself or my family vulnerable to data breaches. And if you don't want to either, then you can go to aura.com/BCP to try 2 weeks for free. That will be enough time for Aura to find out if any of your personal information has been exposed.
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme. And I agree. But extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this. But you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn the hard way. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
And I may offend some people with what I'm going to say, and I don't give a fuck. To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family. Whether you were here legally or not, you got to go. I hope he does that. To you black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all. The police will now have carte blanche to murder you right where the you stand. And when they do that, there's not going to be no GoFundMes. Don't ask your family to ask us for shit. But don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that. Black women, we're done. We're done. We did our due diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your fucking interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of fucking next week and you can't do anything about it because no fault divorce is in play, I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump each and every time you get hit. Take it. Don't look for nobody else. Don't ask for help. Take your beatings. For all of y'all that voted for Trump, I hope you get exactly what you voted for. Because the only thing he did was make America great for the people that it was great for from the beginning, white men. That's what he did. He couldn't run the risk of whiteness no longer being the default, not being allowed to fail up. So when you're bleeding out somewhere and there's a medical emergency and you can't get no help, women who voted for him, you didn't give a so we don't give a that's how it is. This isn't America anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's not going to be America. And if you think that Trump is going to be in that office for 4 years, you're insane. Because we about to be in a real live action episode of scandal. Because your next president is not Donald Trump, it's J.D. Vance. Because trust and believe.
Wow. This is the liberal loving left, guys. Isn't it funny how non-compliance is what makes these Democrats take off their hood, right? Isn't it funny how they claim to love Latinos? They love immigrants. They love black people. They love women until you refuse to comply, right? When you don't want to get on board with the agenda, all of a sudden they want you mass deported, right? Mass deported. Get them out of here, right? We don't want them here anymore because they're not voting Democrat. It's almost as if the only reason they were okay with Latinos being here was because of voting for the left, right? Because of the support for the Democrat Party. But if you don't support the Democrat Party, all of a sudden they want to send you back, right? It's funny how that works. It's almost as if they never actually really gave a damn about you. They just gave a damn about your vote, right? Kind of reminds me of all these people who were fake outraging over a joke from a comedian about Puerto Rico when none of these people had anything to say about Puerto Rico and the trash problem that Puerto Rico has as an island before that joke, right? They had nothing to say about it. They didn't give a damn about it. But after that joke, all of a sudden, all these people care about Puerto Rico so much. In fact, if you're Puerto Rican and you voted for Trump, then you don't love yourself. You don't have any pride. In fact, you ain't really Puerto Rican, okay? If you're Puerto Rican and you voted for Trump, you ain't Puerto Rican, right? Just like Joe Biden said it. If you're black and you don't know whether or not you want to vote for him or Trump, then you ain't black. Amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing. This woman also said, well, if you're a black man and you're a victim of police brutality, they don't give a damn about you. They're not going to march in the street if you're a victim of police brutality because you voted for Trump. Almost as if they really didn't give a damn about police brutality in the first place. Almost as if they didn't really give a damn about black men in the first place, right? They don't care about black lives, okay? They don't care because if you're a victim of police brutality as a black man and you voted for Trump, then they think that you deserved it, right? It is what it is. They don't give a damn. Almost as if, you know, they didn't give a damn about all the black people who are losing their lives right now in these inner liberal cities. Because again, it doesn't fit the left-wing agenda, right? If you're a woman and you voted for Trump and you're a victim of domestic abuse, all of a sudden they don't care. No, you deserve it, right? Because you voted for Trump. Wow. It's almost as if they don't actually give a damn about any of these so-called minorities if you don't vote for Democrat. It's almost as if they only care about the left-wing agenda and not really the minorities that they claim they love so much, right? They really don't care about you. You're just being used for their agenda, and that's it. That's it for what they want, regardless of whether or not it benefits you or whether or not it's good for the country as a whole. No. All they care about is what they want. Full hood off moment. The meltdowns from these people, the things they're saying out loud, it shows you that this party has not changed. They started as a party of hate and bigotry, and they're still a party of hate and bigotry. And ultimately, at the end of the day, their hate and bigotry comes out when you don't comply. When you say, no, I don't want to sign up for far leftism. I don't want to sign up for socialism and communism. I like capitalism. I like freedom. I want the right to keep and bear arms. I like law and order. All of a sudden, you are just as bad as the white man, right? You're just as bad as the white man. According to these people. It's funny how that works. Yeah, I just want everybody to just notice. Just notice the left. Notice how they're showing themselves for who they really are. They're showing you that they never actually really gave a damn about you. They just wanted your vote. And that's it. And if you don't give them their vote, then they'll throw you away like a used condom, right? That's exactly what's happening right now. That's what they're showing the world. And again, it really is a hood off moment. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.